Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is your daily tarot energy reading for Monday, August 21st, 2017. And I'm also doing an eclipse reading. So I actually recorded a couple of readings last night, but I realized that I went back over them and I just had a feeling like they just weren't accurate and like I was just too much in my ego and I just wasn't really channeling. And so it's the eclipse actually right now. We're right in the middle of the eclipse. It's actually peaking right now, and I thought this would be a really good time to do the reading for today and also add in an eclipse reading because some of you guys were asking about that. And I'm feeling completely different. I feel like a huge weight has been lifted. I don't know if you guys follow my Instagram, but I just channeled the message and posted it there. And honestly, there's really nothing different about this message than some of the other stuff I've channeled, but I really feel like this eclipse is helping us truly let go of whatever it was that was holding us back from moving forward at this point. I think some of us have been stuck kind of for a while. Maybe not stuck, but it seems like we're just making maybe just a little bit of progress, little by little, step by step, but I get the feeling like there's going to be a huge leap forward for a lot of us really soon. And what has happened today is we've created the energetic space for it. I think the past couple of weeks and even months, this whole year really, it's like we've been climaxing to this point of surrender, of letting go of some of the stuff from the past, some things that have left our life recently, really trying to understand like who it is, like who we are, the truth of who we are. I feel like truth is a huge thing that's coming up right now, like the truth of certain situations, truth is being exposed. Things are coming to light right now. Anything that was hidden is becoming revealed. And right now in the middle of this eclipse, I'm feeling positive, even this Mercury retrograde cycle. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I've been feeling a lot more positive. Normally during Mercury retrograde, I'm freaking out and there's like all this stuff going down, but it's weird. It's like I've really learned how to roll with life's punches. I'm really understanding this whole concept of being the alchemist and being able to, make lemons when life hands you lemonade, being able to decide the outcome of any situation and being able to use my personal power and my thoughts and my visualizations and my personal energy in order to create change in my life and create momentum and to create abundance and create love and peace and harmony. I feel like this eclipse is really showing us and reminding us that we are the master creators of our life, and we do have the ability to create a better outcome for ourselves and also for everyone and for the whole planet. Each one of us really can make a difference. I hope that this doesn't sound too cliche, but I'm going to say it again. Each one of us really can make a difference here, and we're all very important. And I'm seeing the difference I have already made in just taking steps towards following my inner guidance, like starting this channel, for instance. I've been able to connect with some of you guys and help you through some really awful times and hard days and give you light. And I've connected with other people here who've done the same for me. I have channels I follow of other psychics who I actually reach out to, and I trade readings and I pay some of them too because I respect them. And it's been helping me a lot. And also I started being really creative and putting more of my art out there, and it's been helping me make changes because I'm trying to produce my art more ethically. And so I've been able to impact businesses and designers and people who are, I think you guys have been following me for a while. You might know that I use the money from this channel to raise money to help support the ethical fashion industry and try to get that going so that it becomes more mainstream, and so it's people realize they have a choice when it comes to where they get their clothes from. They don't have to hurt the earth. I'm hoping that in the future, I'm visualizing a future where everyone wears ethical fashion and everyone supports local artisans, and they're not harming the earth and women and children in the practice of making clothing anymore. So I'm already seeing the impact I've had just kind of walking forward with this. And so what the point I'm trying to make is, you never know the impact you could have. It might seem so small, but you might make a huge difference in someone's life, and that person could go on to do many things and have another impact in other people's life. It's kind of like the butterfly effect, you know what I'm saying? It does kind of have a bit of an effect like that, or like a domino effect. So each one of us who comes to peace, each one of us who finds that personal balance and harmony is going to help make a ripple effect and make the whole world become more peaceful and more harmonious. Now, we're living in a world of contrast. There's always going to be darkness, you know, dark and light, hot and cold, but hopefully, you know, we can get to a place where we're more balanced on this planet. And I think a lot of people can agree that maybe the reason so many of us are really longing for this change in our society and in the world is because perhaps it's gotten a bit out of balance. So the universe and nature has a way of balancing things, and we can see that when we observe nature, and we can see that in ourselves. And I truly believe that a lot of us who feel like we have this passion to help the earth, or to help people, and to help just spread more light and love on this planet, I believe we have that calling for a reason, and that we shouldn't underestimate it. And that's really what the eclipse is really making me realize, and what these cards are saying. Like, this card's talking about balance, and how a lot of us now are becoming more grounded, because this water here represents emotion. And the great thing about the otter is that they are at home both in the water and on land, and so they're able to kind of navigate both worlds easily, and they're also very playful. And this card is special to me as a psychic, because this actually is a card I draw a lot for other psychics. So maybe a lot of you guys who are watching are just very clairvoyant, or you're empaths as well, and you have your own spiritual gifts. And so maybe you're realizing now that you're starting to feel a bit more grounded despite what's happening around you. And funny enough, a great way to stay grounded is actually to be playful. And this is something that I've realized. I've always just been very playful. I worked with children for 12 years. I absolutely adore children and animals and going outside and playing. But sometimes life gets to us, and we can lose the playful nature. We forget to nurture our inner child, and we forget that this is the most important thing in life, is to not take it so seriously and to just play and enjoy ourselves. So that's a message that's coming through, is to really enjoy ourselves at this time, and to really get connected again with bliss. And I just did a shamanic journey. It was kind of crazy, but all I remember is that I saw the words joy, bliss, and appreciation. So I know for me personally, I know I'm being called to really embrace that at this moment in my life, no matter what's happening. Sometimes we can feel guilty to feel joyful and to appreciate our life, because we have so many people or things to take care of. Maybe you were abused in your past, and it's hard for you to feel that happiness because it was dangerous for you to do so, or you weren't allowed to really go in that mode where you grew up. That might not make sense to any of you guys who haven't been abused, but that's a thing. You can actually have the fear of happiness after coming out of abusive relationships. So also, you can be afraid of being happy, because sometimes it means a lot of changes in your life. Maybe you're not happy where you're at, and you know you have to make changes to get there. But I guess what I'm seeing is that it's going to be a lot easier for you to get into this mode. Whatever is blocking you from your joy and from your bliss and from your being able to appreciate where you're at right now, that's actually kind of going away. And it's like I just see so much being dissolved, like so much darkness is being dissolved literally right now as I'm speaking during this eclipse. So how cool is it that I got the green man and the green woman together in one reading? I don't usually pull them both at the same time. And right in the middle is this karma card and this judgment card. So I'm going to take a couple of messages from this, okay? First of all, the first thing that's popping out to me is for those of you guys who are twin flame. You guys are really into that whole twin flame concept, and like, I feel like it's a message to you, or those of you guys who are looking for a partner. It's saying that this is coming for you, you know, this partnership. maybe you're just desiring this connection. You feel like maybe you can't move forward in your life unless you meet this person, and they're saying you need to move forward anyways, and you need to be strong right now, and you know, follow your joy and follow your bliss and continue to appreciate your reality right now, and it'll be easier for you to manifest this experience into your life, this whole divine masculine feminine partnership thing. I also see a message here that's saying, you know, it's time to start stirring pots. You guys might have seen me pull this card on the channel before. We've talked about stirring pots. This has to do about creativity, but mainly when it comes to like your career and like your finances and drawing abundance to you. There's many ways that you can make money. There's many ways that you can, and abundance doesn't always mean money. It can also mean like an abundance of time, an abundance of inspiration and ideas, an abundance of energy. So they're saying that these are all things that are going to be in favor in the near future. With this eclipse is drawing in the potential for you to generate more of these things. You have to decide what it is that you want, and then you got to stir pots to get it. You know, you might not want to put all your eggs in one basket. You might want to start a couple different things right now, but make sure you don't start too many projects, because it's harder to funnel and your energy through so many different things. You might just want to stick to 2 or 3 things right now you're really focusing on in your life. You know, you could have like an Etsy shop, and then you could do like a YouTube channel, and then you could start like a job where you're like donating your time to something, and then you could work like a side like job like for the man or something, and then these are all different ways you can draw money and abundance to you. You know, you might want to think about, if you have a job, getting some other type of income going on the side, or perhaps taking on some extra hours to get what it is that you want, because a lot of times we make excuses like, I don't have enough money. Well, you know what, sometimes you just have to work for it. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Do you guys follow Gary Vee? I freaking love Gary Vee. I feel like everyone follows Gary Vee. If you don't, go on Instagram, type in Gary, G-A-R-Y-V, V-E-E, and he's gonna come up on your feed every day on Instagram, and he's gonna motivate you to keep hustling. This guy worked. When he was like in his 20s and 30s, he just worked. He worked more than 40 hours a week, busted his butt, saved up money, took care of himself, kind of kept his head down. He had a goal. He wanted to be a multimillionaire. He wanted to own the Jets. He talks about that a lot. His big dream is to own his favorite baseball team. And he has all these personal goals, and so he decided how he wanted to do it. He kept his head down, he busted it. He invested in Google, he invested in Yahoo and all these companies right when they were starting up. Now he's a multimillionaire, and he has his own media company, and he his whole passion really is to talk and to inspire people. And honestly, he's a psychic. He's totally psychic. People ask him questions and he answers using his intuition. And he's just very smart and very intuitive, and he's totally a psychic. So I feel like follow him, and he's going to help you stay motivated if you're having trouble with this whole concept of how to stir pots. He tells you, you know what, go in your closet and put some stuff up on eBay. If you want to make some extra money and you don't have the money to buy the camera that you need to do your thing, to film your thing, or if you don't have, you know, you want to travel somewhere to move to do this thing, like, you know, start saving and just do it. Like, it's time. Like, if you guys needed a message like that, like, take this. Like, it is time to do it. It's time to go. Time to go is what this card is saying. Follow Gary Vee. He's gonna motivate you, and I feel like it's gonna remind you to hustle. You can't just wish and pray and hope. You know, a lot of times the universe does bring things to you. Like for me, with my job and my career, I won't go off on a whole other tangent story about that, but I had to take action. But as soon as I did that, it's like the universe brought a lot to me. So if you just take action, the universe is gonna mirror that to you. It's like, have you ever, I don't know if your parents ever did this for you, or whatever, if you've heard of people who've done this, but like, let's say you open up an account and someone, maybe it's just someone, or even the bank decides for every dollar you put in, they're gonna match that. So if you save up $1,000, then you actually get $2,000, and it's awesome. It like motivates you. You're like, oh, awesome. If I just put this much in, I get double that. That's kind of what the universe does. You know, it's gonna mirror you. And so if you put some action out and you take that step forward, the universe is gonna bring you that next step. So that's why it's important to keep the momentum going and to keep taking steps. Keep taking those steps so that you keep that momentum flowing. If you just stay inactive and you just keep hoping and wishing and praying, crazy enough, if you do that, opportunities will come to you. They will. You don't have to do anything other than hope and wish and think and dream, and the opportunities will come out of nowhere. I swear, it's crazy how it happens. You can shut yourself off from the world and still somehow, in a crazy way, you're never alone. The universe always sends someone. So something will come, but it's still up to you to get up and to take that opportunity and to not block your blessings and push that away, With the green woman I see, obviously I'm channeling the more masculine energy. That's a bit aggressive there, but if you want to look at it on the other side of things, we're seeing the green woman because there's this other energy coming through with this eclipse where you're going to feel, first of all, you're going to feel a lot more nurturing. You're going to feel like you really don't want to judge people as much anymore. You're going to feel like you look around and you're going to see a lot more pain out in the world. You might feel a little even more empathic than you do right now. You might kind of start realizing, hey, you know what? Everyone's kind of got their own problems and trials, and all of us, none of us here on this earth are immune to contrast. It might give you more empathy, and you might be feeling a lot more like just kind of not looking at other people like they're the enemy anymore. You might look out at other people and not feel so much like they're the enemy, and not feel so much like other people are anything to be worried about. You're going to feel a lot more in control, and it'll be a little bit easier for you to have boundaries. You understand a lot more where people are coming from. This all kind of comes from the feminine intuitive side. And there's another energy coming through that's saying that you have this desire to be nurtured. You have this part of yourself that's really longing for this, like this mother type figure. So you might be attracting your way more nurturing relationships. You might be feeling like nurturing people around you more. This is a time where you might need some hand holding, and you might need to look, you're going to have to look for that. Obviously find that side, that within yourself. But it might be time for you to go out in nature and to really just feel the love of the plants and the animals and the sun, and get connected with that and draw some strength and energy from that, If you're feeling alone, you can always go outside, and there's always bugs and animals and something you can find that's alive and that will be there. And, I'm talking to those of you guys who are very alone and very in a time of solitude. Sometimes your journey will take you there. I've been there before. I'm an Aquarius, so I'm never really that alone. I'm always surrounded with people somehow. But I've been more alone than I wanted to at parts in my journey, even recently. And nature and is how I've really connected with other life forms and kind of realized my connection again with everything. And it just kind of helped me tune up and get balanced and get stronger. And a message is coming through about you just can't forget the importance of what nature can do for you and how important it is to balance yourself. If you're having issues in relationships, or issues with finances, or issues with just your direction, or you're feeling confused, my best advice to you is to just go outside. Just go to a park, or get somewhere as wild as you can, preferably some type of national park, or somewhere that's like not like cookie cutter with like a fake lawn and like planted trees that are only like 2 years grown and like that. I'm talking more like nature, where you can smell the smells, and it's quiet, and when you come back, I promise a lot of you'll have the answers you're looking for. A lot of the problems will solve themselves. Sometimes what you need to do to move forward is just to balance and reconnect, I'm gonna wrap this up. I feel like I'm done. I feel like I got it out. But some good news for you guys. A lot of you guys have been wanting to move. A lot of you guys want to go somewhere else. A lot of you guys are feeling pulled in another direction. And the chameleon is saying that, yeah, you're going to be moving. You're being called to go somewhere else. Even if you've been planted where you're at for a while, or even if you enjoy it, it might be that there's something else out there for you. And that kind of goes along with what I was saying about taking steps forward and momentum. Some of you guys might actually find that you're going to be moving almost overnight. It might be that you get a call and it's just out of the blue, or it might just be that you are going to be the one who's going to have to make this happen. It might just be step by step, little by little, you're able to make this happen. It says, one soft step after another will get you where you want to be. Know who and what you are can be altered by your actions. Oh my God, that's huge. Know who and what you are can be altered by your actions. So it's time to try something different with your actions. You can't just keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting to get different results. And this says, there's change coming, and you might be a little scared and panicked, but just remember to travel carefully and just adapt with every step. Let your intuition guide you, This is a beautiful card. I'm just going to straight up read it to you. It's the Scrub J card. It says, a time of greater resourcefulness and adaptability is about to unfold. You're going to have ample opportunities to develop and use your abilities. So I've been pulling that skill card a lot, and I've been seeing so much coming through about us being in this apprenticeship and learning. A lot of us are learning lots of knowledge and lots of downloads about the universe and spirituality. For other people, it's not even really about that. It's maybe just about something they're trying to learn. Maybe you're even in traditional school and working your way through that. I've been getting a lot of visions about that whenever I do these readings. So it's saying to help with that, you're being given the gift of the ability to stay grounded, even when constantly going through these changes in life. They're saying that this eclipse is ushering in the energy of extra powers when it comes to risk-taking, seizing opportunities, and discovering new avenues for exploration in your life. But something that's coming through, they're saying you need to have fortitude right now. Fortitude is courage in the midst of pain or adversity. Fortitude is also using your intelligence balanced with discreet silence and utmost patience and timing. So it's saying at this part in your journey, it's time to be mature. It's time to not go around blabbing to everybody what your plans are and what you're doing, and it's time to just buckle down, keep your head down, and grind. It's time to just Gary V it. That's why I'm bringing up Gary V. And I'm a recovering codependent. I'm a huge empath. This channel is actually part of me having an outlet so that I can do my healing and use my gifts, and so that in my life I can focus on myself and I don't have to get caught up in people's drama and stuff, and I can keep my boundaries. And I feel for a lot of you guys who are following me, if you're empaths, maybe you have those codependent tendencies as well. A lot of us are turning to spirituality because we're healing from things in our past, and a lot of times the trauma and abuse can turn you quite codependent. So I feel there's a message coming through saying that, keep things to yourself and trust in your journey, and you don't need permission or validation from anyone to move forward with what you want to do at this point in time. Even if what you want to do is controversial, you're going to be rewarded for trusting in your journey. It might seem really silly or obnoxious. What if you want to be a singer or something, but you're 40? Hey, it's never too late. What if you want to quit your job you've been doing forever, go back to school or something? What if you want to just retire? And it's early, you might worry what people think and stuff, but you got to get that out of your head, because what people think does not matter. And that's a whole other reading. I just gave a reading on that a couple days ago, so you can click through and find that one. One more message, and this is so beautiful. It says, we don't have to have a mainstream family to be successful. So, maybe you're in a situation where you're not able to be near your family, or you don't have family, or maybe some of them have passed away, and they're saying that, you have soul family here on this earth, and there's always going to be people that come into your life that are going to be there for you and are going to resonate with you on your level and are going to be like family, and these people are appointed to you. That's what I believe, at least. I feel it's never an accident or a coincidence. The people I've met, every single person I've met has touched my soul in a beautiful and unique way, and has taught me exactly what I needed to learn at a certain time. And some of them have been lessons, and some of them have been blessings, but I feel like if you're worried about where, you stand with this, or you feel lonely, there's people coming your way to aid your cause. And one more message for you guys. You are being gently reminded not to get caught in the chaos of the adult world, where fear, greed, and suffering are commonplace. So, a lot coming through. This eclipse, obviously, you guys can tell, like, there's so much here that we're kind of going over right now and discussing it. This is honestly kind of wrapping up the past couple months of my readings. I'm realizing everything I've been saying, it's like this reading kind of says it all. The criticism of other people usually has nothing to do with you personally. It has everything to do with their own personal walk in life. It's time to let go of the old barbs and things people have said to you in the past. Maybe those things repeat in your head. Maybe that's what's holding you back. They're saying it's time to free yourself of guilt and shame and reclaim the innocence that you left behind as a child. The way forward right now, and what this eclipse is kind of helping pave the way for, is it's giving us the ability to open our heart to the things that gave us joy as a child. It's helping us remember fantasy and imagination. It's helping us not to get lost in the chaos of the world, which really has nothing to do with us. We're not here to create chaos. We're here to create love and joy and peace, and we have that responsibility. Everyone does for what they're creating. So I'm going to leave you guys with one more message about the eclipse, and this is for those of you guys who are suffering a loss when it comes to love. I'm just going to read you this message straight up, and whoever comes to mind is what this is about. It says, "The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation." Nothing ever ends in this universe. Like, energy is neither created or destroyed, it's just recycled. So somehow, some way, you are going to be reunited with this person again, whether it's in this life or the next, or just like on the other side, but everyone like merges and becomes one again, or whatever, after you die, however that works. In a way, there's a part of you still with this person, and it's okay. Like, you have to trust what you learned from this person, and you have to trust, or this could bring up many people for you. You have to trust this and realize that it's okay for yourself to feel these feelings, and this passionate side of yourself. It's a good side of yourself. You might be afraid of your emotions and your feelings sometimes, especially when it comes to love, but it's a good side of yourself. This is what you're here to experience, And so, as far as when it comes to this person, whoever it's bringing up to mind, they're just saying, like, I guess we know how you feel, and it's okay. It's okay to feel how you feel, and just continue on in your life, and try to direct some of your passion towards yourself. And there's another message coming through, and it's exactly what this says. It says, be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? So what do you really want in this situation? What do you really want when it comes to love? If there's someone that you can't let go of, what is it that you truly want to happen? What is it truly that the situation's trying to make you realize? Maybe it's not even really about the person. If there's someone in your life that you feel this love for, maybe they're saying, hey, it's time for you to tell them, or it's time to make a bigger commitment. Maybe it's time to take a step forward into moving in together, or into getting married, or whatever it is, whatever that next level is. So it might also say that some of you guys are blocking yourself from feeling your love because you're still hanging on to some relationships from the past that you need to let go of, and the eclipse is the perfect time. So overall, I feel like I just served it up for you guys. That's the eclipse. Let me know what you think. Are you guys feeling this? Did what I say, does it resonate? Leave comments below. Let me know what you guys think about this reading for sure. And this is just a quick reading for today. If you're still with me, if you're still watching this, it's like 30 minutes. This is for today. It's just saying be open and just enjoy your day. It's an eclipse. It's kind of like a holiday. And be open to whatever happens and whatever appears in your life today. There is kind of this energy of like it's all downhill from here. You will be feeling very energized. Like, can you guys hear me? I'm an Aquarius. I'm so receptive to all of this. I'm also clairsentient, so very energy sensitive. So I'm just feeling this energy. So have fun, rest if you need to. This is just saying relax and drink up. So you might want to celebrate. You might actually want to party today. You might want to get together with friends and just go out. You might want to cook a special meal. You might want to just call off your schedule and have a spa day. Or you might just want to stop and take a deep breath and say thank you for just your life, because it truly is so precious. And some days I hate life and some days I hate being here. But this is kind of more of a beautiful time in life to appreciate. You know, you gotta really hand it to the universe for the way that it somehow manages to humble you and teach you these beautiful lessons, and the way that it somehow knows your heart and that it brings to you what you desire. It does. Look around, there's things that you've asked for that are in your life right now, I guarantee it, even if it's a little thing. So just realize you have the power to bring more of that to you. So be open for your blessings. Start seeing the glass half full. This is a big change in your life. You're really switching gears here. You're really on the next level now. And I feel like from today on, these readings here are going to shift. There's going to be some different themes. There's going to be some different lessons. This is the end of one chapter, the beginning of another. Hey, maybe I'll even get a new tarot deck. You know, maybe with some of the money you guys, I use most, like I said, 100% towards the eco fashion, but maybe I'll make an exception and use some of that money to get a new deck. Because I'm feeling ready for some changes. What do you guys think about a new deck? Do you guys have any recommendations? Anyways, I hope you guys appreciate this and leave comments. And if you want a reading, check out the description below. Peace out.